Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ball podcast. Here we are, episode 6. And as you can see, I'm in the spirit. Just going to do a little Euros preview for you all. We're going to predict it today. Obviously, it's probably going to be completely wrong, and we're all biased, but it's just how it's going to go. And I think this is going to be a good one. Considering the Euro starts on Friday, are we excited, lads?
Very. Can't wait. I'm sick of having no football now. I need some football.
Yeah, it's been a rough 2 weeks, hasn't it? Or however long it's been. Very excited. England on Sunday. Excited for that one.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
We're all watching it together as well.
If we win. Yeah, I know. How cute, guys, watching it together. Yeah. We're probably
Fun.
all going to be in a state if we win. So keep looking out for that one. Let's just get into the old prediction, shall we? So we're going to switch over to that. And here we are. Guys, just let me know if you could see it, you two.
All good.
Right, all good. There we go. So we're going to start with Group A. What they call the old group of, I don't know what they call it, but I feel like anyone can come second in this group. I think we all agree Italy's probably going to top it. If we think that. They're probably, we all in agreement there?
I think so. They look like they have a very good squads. And
they've been fantastic
at least.
recently, haven't they? Haven't lost since 2018. Conceding, they've conceded very little amount of goals as well in all these games. It's been quite impressive, actually. I think they scored 75 in like 27 games and only conceded like not a lot. I'm not even going to make up a number because then I'll get slated. But yeah, I think
if they have a decent run, they could definitely go far.
People think they could win it. I do as well. I think they have a good chance.
I'm not. It depends who they have to play.
I think in the run to the final, or like to run to the semi-final, I feel like I think it's Belgium. They'll probably have to play.
Yeah, they're on the easier side, I think.
Yeah, they are 100% on the easier side of the draw. But I mean, Italy. I'm not going to say an underdog, but considering how they weren't even in the last World Cup, I would consider them some sort of dark horses for this tournament and someone you really have to keep your eye on. You can't scoff at these boys. They are very decent, especially as well. It's a winning country. They've won the World Cup 4 times. So they know they know what's going on, So I'm not gonna scoff at these boys. But then we'll go 4th next. Who do you think is going to finish 4th in this group, guys?
I think probably Switzerland's.
I don't know. It literally could be anyone, which is really annoying.
I think Turkey for me, Turkey have like good defense. I don't know a lot about Turkey, but I think they're decent. They seem to get results against some big teams.
Burak Yilmaz won the League of Lille. Yasici as well, actually. Apparently, they're all on form. A lot of these Turkish players are on form as well. The strikers especially. So people are saying they're dark horses of the tournament that people should be looking out for. So I personally think Wales are going to finish last. I know everyone's still kind of blinded by that Euro 2016, but their squad is pretty shit.
So, you know what? I think I'm going to agree with you there. I think
I'm happy to go with that.
You've got Gareth Bale, who's well past it, and you've got Daniel James up front. I mean, let's be honest. You're not going anywhere with Daniel James up front.
That defence isn't great.
Yeah,
that defence
he's probably going to score about 5 goals.
I mean, there's a couple of Tottenham lads in that defence, so I think
if their season indicates anything, they will definitely be finishing last.
After that,
are we happy with Wales last? Now, toss up between second and third. I do think Turkey will probably finish second. However, Switzerland just have like an all-round good team.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, they've got good players. They could easily just as long as they beat Turkey, they just come second. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing with the group stages. It is just 3 games. So if you win a game and get a draw, you'll probably go through, come in third and go through at least. So it's up in the air. Just because you're the best team doesn't mean you'll finish top or whatever. But I think probably Turkey's a safer bet for seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Switzerland third. I mean, players like they got obviously Switzerland players like Shaqiri and stuff, but I feel like it's not as good as he once was. But obviously, they're still a good team. They got good
Xhaka.
midfield: Zakaria, Xhaka,
Yeah,
Zakaria,
that's
I
a good
think.
shout.
You got
Yeah, that's a good shout.
they got Mbabu. Like these are all just they're good on FIFA, so they're good in real life. That's how football works. I mean, Switzerland are always decent. They always seem to get in these like easy-ish groups as well, where it's easy for them to get out. But so I wouldn't be surprised. The thing is, though, at the end of this, we'd choose the best third-place teams, like the ones with the most points. So I'd probably take Switzerland as going through anyway. Because
did they get through their group in the World Cup, or were they last 16?
I don't think they were.
Who did they lose to?
No idea.
They were in a group with Serbia, I think. And they beat Serbia, if I'm right.
Yeah. I think the thing is with Switzerland is they're such like a forgettable country just because they're in everything and they always just like round of 16 and then get knocked out, if you know what I mean. Yeah. It's like this one, if we're moving on to the next one, Group B.
This one's like a little easier.
Belgium have like the easiest group they could possibly have asked for. I mean, it's really as simple as, in my opinion, tell me if you disagree, Belgium, Denmark, Russia, Finland.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
And it will probably be
Belgium
beat all of them. Belgium, I don't know. Do Belgium get 9
Denmark
points?
are decent.
They might draw to Denmark, but I
think Denmark and Russia are both decent. They're not
realistically, Belgium should be getting 9 points.
Yeah.
Denmark should be getting 6 and Russia should be getting 3, and Finland 0. But I wouldn't be surprised if like Finland picked up a draw against one of these. It's just how it works. Denmark as well, quite an underrated squad actually. They've been in the road to the Euros. They've been fantastic. Did they get out their groups? They got out their groups in the World Cup as well.
Yeah,
didn't
they got to They got to the quarterfinal, didn't they? And they lost on penalties, didn't they?
That's
Croatia?
No, it wasn't quarterfinal. Round 16, wasn't it?
Oh, was it round 16?
Russia got knocked out.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was round 16. But no, they've got some good players.
Russia played Croatia. Yeah, Denmark, decent team. And Russia only won because they were all on PEDs at PEDs anyway. So, yeah, Russia as well, though. If they play anything like they did in 2018, you might want to back them to get out of the group. Because they're unbelievable.
Because there's a dodgy fourth place team, they're likely to win a game. So they could easily be one of the best placed third place teams because it's not a great group.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it could be another one of those where it's Denmark and Russia both beat Finland, both lose to Belgium, but then they draw against each other. And that should be enough to get them both out the group.
Yeah.
There's 4 points for third place, should be enough to get you out the group. Moving on. Let me just move us out the way. We have Austria, the Netherlands. Once again, they've got the easiest group as well. Like, what more can you ask for? I'm not going to say it's like bad, but like for how they'd won it on paper, you want a group like this.
That's a good
saying
group.
that,
Netherlands aren't great at the moment, though.
They are very, very dodgy at the moment.
No.
Ukraine have been on fantastic form from what I've heard. Austria don't even look that bad at the moment. And Macedonia, they're going to have all that passion and desire, to take them through.
Debate injured as well.
Well, he doesn't play.
True. But...
They don't play him. Apparently, he's really fallen out of contention of everyone, which is... I
feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I know. He's a great player. Ole's genuinely ruined his career. He needs to get out there as soon as possible. But if we started, Macedonia last, guys. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like if there's like any team to make some sort of upset, and get out the group, I do think it could be Macedonia, just because of the standard of the group they're in.
That's a good point. Yeah, they could easily get a result.
They themselves, they couldn't have asked for a better group.
Yeah, it's true.
But I do think though the too many levels, and I do think they probably will end up at the bottom. I don't know. The rest is a complete toss-up because I genuinely think the Netherlands can end up finishing second in the group. Maybe not third, but I think they could finish second.
Like, who's better out of Ukraine and Austria? Do you think?
Do you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd put Austria. You know, I think they're all right. They were all right against England. I don't think they were that
Yeah,
bad.
that's true. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a couple of
Ukraine
good
aren't that
players
bad
as
either.
well.
Yeah, Ukraine. Thing is with Ukraine, I think 10 of their players play for Dynamo Kiev. So if they've literally just got a club playing for a country, so they all know each other, that can really make a difference in the sense that this team know how to play with each other. And then you obviously got the additions of Yarmolenko, Zinchenko, what's his face? The one that plays for Atalanta. I'm not going to pretend like I can say his name, but
No
there's a
idea.
midfielder that plays for Atalanta, and he's got one of the highest chance creations in the Serie A this season. I think it's like Malianovsky or something. I think Ukraine have got a decent team. For me, I'm going to say I think they'll finish second, but if you two both agree on Austria, we can go with that.
I think it's a toss-up.
I'm happy to go either. To be honest, I don't know either that well.
No.
Go gut, Louis. You go gut.
Yeah.
I'll go right. So I think Ukraine are going to finish second. Do we think Netherlands top?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And then Austria third. Thing is, we so far we've put the three favourites for each group at the top.
Yeah, it's not
I
how
think
it works.
there's a very high chance
Yeah.
that that's not going to happen. And
Yeah.
in at least one of these groups, one of them's going to finish second. But it could happen. It could be one of those where it literally is just the best teams go through. But at the moment, I think, yeah, it looks likely that will be that. But don't be surprised if the Netherlands don't even get out the group. They've been kind of no Van Dijk as well. We got to remember they're. I don't know how well De Ligt's going to be able to handle it on his own. Obviously, he's a fantastic player, but who knows? Next, we've got the England group.
England top.
What do we think? Just
Get 'em
England
top.
top. Straight
get
off the
'em
bat.
top.
The order of the fixtures is quite kind for us finishing top, because if we beat Croatia, then we should at least get 6 points. We'll probably get 9 points, and because Croatia's our first game, we should finish top. Really.
Saying that, obviously we know what the knockout rounds look like. It could be more beneficial to finish second just to escape that Group F.
Yeah. Well, it was the same in the World Cup, wasn't it? But our first two games were the easy games. So we'd won them, and then we could play a pretty poor, not our first team, against Belgium, and we lost that one.
Yeah, that's the
Our
thing.
last game this time is Czech Republic.
Yeah,
and even if
part of me was wishing Croatia was last, so then we could play our B team, lose, and then finish second. But I haven't watched Croatia play since 2018. I haven't kept up with any of their results. Does anyone know how they're doing?
I put their game. I think they're okay. They're not. Well, we played them in the Nations League, didn't we?
Yeah,
and that
but
was
I
good.
mean,
I
like
enjoyed
that was literally like straight after the World Cup, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like recently, our Croatia.
Didn't they play someone the other day?
I don't know, but their midfield obviously is fantastic. Modric, Kovacic, Brozovic. They're some great players, but are they as good as they once were?
I think it's an aging team, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like you look at
they still got
centre backs as well.
You got the guy that knocked out Spurs Europa League, Perisic. Is Mandzukic in the squad? I imagine he is. Kramovic. I think did we talk about Croatia in the last episode? I think we did, didn't we?
And we talked about England, Croatia.
Yeah, we talk about England though, like we're guaranteed to finish top. Two very unconvincing wins against Romania and Austria in our most
wasn't our first
games.
teams. We were missing the Chelsea.
Yeah, but still, regardless of that, Romania and Austria, you should. I don't know. I wasn't too overly convinced by those performances, and the fact he's taken Ben White now as a replacement for Trent, does that really solidify? Does that solidify the idea that he wants to play five at the back, or
I don't think so.
Four in
I think
all
we
the build-up games.
Yeah, exactly.
So surely
in 2021, we've only played four at the back. So I think it'd be silly and strange if he just suddenly went to five at the back in the first game of the tournament. I think he chose Ben White because he can play in midfield and defence. And also, I think he's a bit worried about Harry Maguire's fitness and he wants another centre-back in the squads.
to be fair, what I have said about Ben White before is I would rather I don't think it's a bad addition. I would rather him play than Tyrone Mings.
Yeah,
I really don't trust
Awful.
Tyrone Mings.
He's
But
awful. I hate him.
I personally would have taken James Ward-Prowse just
I
as
probably
like a different option, because if Henderson isn't fit and you want a two in midfield, I'd rather it be James Ward-Prowse next to Declan Rice, just because then it really is a threat. If Grealish and Foden are winning all these free kicks, I know everyone's been saying it, but he genuinely can. Like, he's the best free kick taker in Europe or something, isn't he? So he genuinely could. That could be an option to take him and score him.
It basically shows that Harry Maguire is further away than Henderson because he wants to take another centre back. He's worried about Harry Maguire's fitness rather than Henderson's.
God, I hope Harry Maguire's back, man. I don't know if I can watch a whole tournament where Tyrone Mings is starting next to John Stones. That is what's going to cost us.
I don't think we've got a chance of. Yeah, I don't think we've got a chance of winning with that back four. Like,
if we need Harry Maguire back for the knockout
stages. The fullbacks are fantastic, but
but with Mings.
Those two centre backs. John Stones has been great this season, but he's just going to do a John Stones. I can smell it from a mile away. And it will probably be against Scotland or something. But fucking spoke about England enough. Everyone's kind of, I know everyone's, I want to say we're going to win, but then recently I've been thinking we're probably not. But second in the group, guys, we think Croatia.
It probably will be Croatia, but just on Scotland quickly, they are playing at Hampden Park in 2 of their games, I think. So that is an advantage. And you can sort of see them having a bit of a Wales tournament where they're all like, they're in good form at the moment as well. It wouldn't surprise you if they got a little bit quite far.
There's more chance, I think, of Scotland getting out the group than Wales, for sure. There's more chance of both of them getting out the group than Ireland, though. That's what I think. Just because... Obviously, they're not good enough to qualify. Do we think Scotland or Croatia second, guys? Croatia?
Probably Croatia.
Thing is, we're all sleeping on the Czech Republic as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
They're not like, it's not like they're Finland or something. They're genuinely like just an okay team.
Yeah.
They've got decent players, and so they probably will give everyone a game. I wouldn't be surprised if England drew to them, or they beat Scotland or something like that. But I think the general consensus, is it would look like this when it would be Scotland third,
I think so.
probably last. I mean, Scotland got, as you said, decent form, decent team at the moment. I mean, their left backs are good. But they have been playing well when they drew to the Netherlands. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get out the group somehow through the thingy. Oh. Keep yawning. Group E. Feel like Spain should be happy with this group.
Yeah.
But I say that Sweden and Poland are both teams that normally get out the groups. Did Poland get out the group of the World Cup? I think they did, didn't they? They normally
play?
I can't remember, but I feel like these two are both teams that generally get out of the groups, or like just all right. They're not bad in the side. Slovakia I haven't really watched play, but they're all right. I don't even think Spain are that good, in my opinion.
No.
Like their squad doesn't look that good.
I think any of Poland, Spain, and Sweden could finish first.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen, I think Sweden's going to finish top of the group. That's just like completely on a whim. But
I did watch Spain against Portugal, and their front line isn't great at all. They're choosing between Morata and Moreno, but their midfield and defense is very solid, and they were better than Portugal on the day. They kept possession better.
Yeah, I think with Spain, I feel like if there's any of the top teams that aren't going to finish top of their group, I think it would be Spain. I think it'll be
Portugal, France, and Germany. But
shut up. I mean, like the clear favourites in the groups. I mean, I feel like it would be Spain out of any of them. So I think they should top it. Let's be honest.
No Busquets for the first 2 games as well.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they've brought in Pablo Fornals, haven't they?
Yeah,
I don't think they even choose to start Busquets. I think they choose Rodri instead, just because he's a bit more physical. But
I'm looking at Poland. I'm just thinking
Lewandowski
goals.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that he'll bag like loads in the 3 games. I just think I wouldn't be surprised if they finish top. Like I wouldn't at all.
Yeah, it's a complete toss-up. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna sit back here. I'm gonna let you two choose this.
Jim, I'm deferring to you.
No, it can't just be Jim. Come on, guys. Jamie, help him out.
I mean, I'd probably go Spain, but I'm boring.
Yeah.
So let's go for one of Poland or Sweden.
No, I think Spain top, Poland second, Sweden third. I think.
Okay.
We're boring. I'm sorry. Yeah.
On Sweden, quick. Obviously no Zlatan because he's injured, which is a shame. Because I would have loved to have seen him play again. Because I haven't actually watched him in a while. Because he seems to be injured anytime he's going to play in a game where we get to watch him.
Yeah.
Alexander Isak up front.
Yeah, he's meant to be decent.
He's been very dangerous recently. Kulusevski as well.
Yeah.
From Juventus. You got Emil Forsberg. They have got genuine decent team. So it's another one. Yeah. Don't be surprised if they do all right. But I think now it's time to move on to the older group of death. Hey?
Group of death. This is like the group of death.
This is going to be
lots of exciting games. One
thing I will say to the audience sitting at home: don't expect loads of massive goal thrillers. This is going to be filled with 0-0s and 1-0s. I tell you that now for a fact. Even the Hungary games is all going to be 1-0s. Because Hungary, I feel a bit underrated. I can feel like they'll pick up at least one result. At least one. I think they'll get one result, whether that just be a draw against Germany or something. But we'll start with Portugal, seeing as on the left. What do we think, guys?
I mean, in terms of individuals, they're as good as anyone in the tournament, especially going forward. They've got a load of good players. But I wasn't that impressed with them against Spain. And it's sort of one of those teams where you could see them just sort of flopping a little bit because everyone's been building them up.
Yeah, everyone's got them as their winners, actually.
Who are they playing first? Portugal.
View Group F details. No. Oh, this is the most popular prediction. France.
Shall I have a quick look? Who's playing?
Yeah, you have a quick look.
Because I think if the first game will say a lot, because
that's a good point.
If they're playing a load, do you remember, it always comes back to, I think France played Australia, I think, in their first game, and they just played all of their best players, and they couldn't create anything because it was just all playing individuals. So maybe it might be a case of that where they're just chucking in all their best players, and it might not work out for them. But
Portugal have got Hungary first, and then they've got Germany, and then they've got France.
Yeah. See, what if they don't win that game?
If they don't beat Hungary,
you know.
Yeah, that's true. You could see it happening. Actually, they lose their first or draw their first game, and they've got pressure on them in the next two against the big teams.
I personally think a lot of this group is going to come down to goal difference and who beats Hungary by the most goals.
Yeah,
but then Hungary's not going to let that happen. They're not just going to roll over. So,
and like I don't know if France a type of team to sort of smash teams. Like I can't see France like smashing Hungary.
Well,
I can see them winning.
Germany won 7-1 yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah,
they
that was against
I just think people are sort of but they're underestimating Germany. Nobody seems to be talking about Germany.
I think so.
I looked at Germany's team yesterday, and it's well balanced. They've got a load of good players. It's a really good team.
But so I feel like France, just off the fact that they won the last World Cup, got to the final of the last Euros, they're surely going to get out of this group, whether it be top or whatever. But
you often see though that the tournament after a team has won it, they'll struggle in the next one.
No, but their players are too good. France.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll be fine.
Their players are too good. The thing is, so any of these teams can finish top. Maybe not Hungary, but. Because all it takes is literally say for Germany, for example, if they just beat France, they can finish top. Because then all they'll need is like 2 draws.
Personally, I'm putting them top. I'm putting Germany top. If it was me.
Top.
Yeah, I think I agree.
This is the kind of football philosopher sort of thinking here on the podcast. We're predicting the future. You're going to see, everyone.
Yeah.
When Germany finish top of the group, when Timo Werner starts dancing after scoring a goal that's not offside, you'll see. And then
I think they've got a nice mix of like young players, experienced players, a few experienced players in there. I just think people are sleeping on them.
They also Germany have France first, then Portugal. So if they're not they have Hungary basically as their last game, which they should win. So if they can get a result against France and Portugal, they should be top, really.
Yeah. So then, what are we saying second? Then are we going to put Portugal third? Is that what we're thinking?
I think France second, Portugal third.
Yeah.
Is it? Probably. I guess that's what we're going with, and we got Hungary last. I mean, this, as we've said, this can literally go anyway. This genuinely could just be flipped on its head. France could go top, Portugal second, Germany third. It can go anywhere. And I mean, I'm excited to see how this group plays out because I think it's going to be great to watch. Although the games are probably going to be boring as shit, it's going to be great to watch. Then, run that time. Got 9 minutes. The 4 best third place teams. We just do this quick. This is going to depend on a lot on like goal, maybe goal
Who
difference.
Else is in the group?
Things we've scored. Yeah. Portugal, say they only beat Hungary, they probably won't be one of the best third place teams.
It's true, actually.
Whereas Sweden, I think Sweden will be one of them, just because draw to Poland, beat Slovakia, maybe.
Who's the group with Finland? Probably that third place team, just because.
Russia. Yep.
Yeah, because
Switzerland, maybe. I feel like Wales will at least get a draw in one of the games.
Scotland, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Hampden Park.
It probably will be like those 3 points may be enough to get some of them out of the group. If loads of them got 3 points though, how does that work then?
Goal. Yeah, true. What? Because there is probably a chance there'll be a
goal
team.
difference.
Maybe it'll be goals.
What if they're all the same? I don't know. It'd be weird. Who's got the easiest 4th place team? Because I don't know. North Macedonia,
Austria, maybe. Austria. Maybe
you'd probably have to say Portugal. Just you think they'd stay in the competition.
Yeah.
Maybe they get a draw against either Germany or France.
Yeah. Portugal, and then one more: Scotland, Austria, or Switzerland.
Put Scotland in.
Yeah, go on.
No, I don't think they'll make out the groups, but yeah. Right, so
let's
move on to the old knockout stage. Right, here we are, round 16. We'll start with the top game. Fucking tough one at that. Look at that, Belgium, Portugal. What are our first thoughts on that, guys?
I think Belgium may be a bit underestimated. I don't know. I feel like they're sort of a bit boring now because everyone sort of talks about how they have a good team and they have good players. But as this golden generation they've got is sort of their last chance to win a tournament. It wouldn't surprise me if they go quite far.
Yeah, I think if there's any time for them to really push on now, Belgium, I feel like it's now. I mean, Lukaku's playing the best he's ever played. De Bruyne's obviously good. If he's fit, I think he's only missing the first game, I've been told. I don't know. They got a
nice system as well with the wing backs.
Yeah, then you got to remember they're the number one. They're the number 1 ranked team in the world.
Are they?
Yeah, so you can't really write them off. Obviously, Pete, the whole kind of issue I think in the past was there was no balance in that defense. It was all just centre backs. It was just
who is it now?
Tongan left back, and then like Alderweireld right back or some shit.
Oh yeah.
I think they've got some new like younger sort of defenders now in Denea and Boyata, and I feel like there's a bit more speed in that back line now, and they got fullbacks now as well. Mounier. They've got
Carrasco usually plays the other side. Yeah,
Carrasco. Thorgan Hazard's actually good now. Eden Hazard
got a solid midfield as well.
Yeah.
Tielemans,
Witsel. Yeah. Eden Hazard might turn it on. You know,
I'd go for them.
They've got some good players. Yeah, but I mean Portugal though. Once again, for the players they have, Ronaldo, Bernardo, Jota, Bruno Fernandes, you can't just write them off super easily.
They've got so many good players.
Very, very good team.
I mean, they could easily win it.
Yeah, they could. Either of these teams could just go the whole distance and win.
It'll be interesting to see with Portugal whether they actually do use their great players or if they flop a bit. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. And then you think as well, Portugal is they have fantastic players on the bench. Say they're chasing a game, they still have Andre Silva to ring on. This guy was like second top scorer in the Bundesliga this season or something.
Yeah.
Or he's on form. I think when it comes to international tournaments, I think the number one thing each country wants is to have a striker that's on form, that's had a fantastic season. Because if they continue that form, they genuinely can just win them the competition. Just because all you need is like 1 or 2 goals in a game, and then you should be fine. Because international games, they're never massively high scoring, and it's only 7 games or whatever to get to the final or something like that. So 7 games to win it. So you need your striker on form for 7 games, and I feel like if they're not on form going into it, it's hard for them to pick up form during the competition. They don't have 15 games to go, to be like slow and not score and then eventually get into it. And I think that's where some countries like Portugal with Ronaldo and Silva, it really gives them a chance because Ronaldo's top scorer in Serie A, Andre Silva's second top scorer in the Bundesliga. You can't really ask for much more. But I do think this is a fucking tough one to decide. And yeah, I think I'd agree with you on Belgium. I feel like if there's any time for them to win a competition, it's now. They're players like the ones that were maybe too slow, too old. They've kind of been moved out now, and then they've finally brought in some new youth, fresh legs. And yeah, as I said, it's about the strikers. Lukaku's on form. Literally just won the league with Inter Milan.
True, yeah.
He's on top of the world right now, so I wouldn't put it past him. And especially if Eden Hazard, though, really does just find his feet in this competition, it will give them a massive, massive boost. If he plays anything like he did in fucking 2019 or 2018 or whatever, that they're genuine contenders, Belgium, and I feel like they're being looked over a little bit. So I'd go Belgium.
I'm looking at De Bruyne as well. Like,
yeah,
at his age now, I think this could be the tournament where he really just is amazing and really shows up. And I just think he's a sort of player that could just grab any game by the scruff of the neck and probably be the difference in this game, I reckon.
Yeah. All it takes is one.
And plus, it's just they've had this system for a while now. This 5 at the back with Roberto Martinez. I just think for experience, I think they'll do it. This is quite a fresh Portugal team in terms of the talent they've got. Maybe
very different to their 2016 team. Very, very different to the 2016 team that won it last time. So I feel like when it comes to it, international, experience does matter in past competitions with the kind of same group of players. And as you said, since I feel like 2018 was a bit more, but I still think even since 2018, the squad has changed quite a lot, hasn't it? There's a lot of new faces there and I don't know. Are there individuals? Can Bruno Fernandes hold them back? Can Ronaldo hold them back?
These are all possibilities.
Yeah, can they play better without them? But fans aren't going to want to see them dropped, and that could be their downfall, really. But I think that leads us to go with Belgium going into the quarters. Next game, Italy-Ukraine. I think this is a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah, should be.
You'd be surprised if Italy didn't win. But obviously there is upsets, and you've got to remember that. But you would be surprised if Italy didn't win.
Maybe on penalties, they might take it to penalties.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just 2-0. I'd just give it Italy. I think we'll just do that quick.
Yeah,
it's not much argument really. I think it's a similar one with Germany, Russia.
Should be
I feel
Germany,
like Russia would give Germany more of a game. But if Germany, we said we've got Germany top in the group. If Germany have topped the group in a group with France and Portugal,
good form,
they should be wiping the floor with Russia. So
true.
I think we'll just go that quick. We're blasting through these, but I mean, these two you can't really.
There's not a lot of discussion, is
debate.
There?
Yeah, Croatia, Poland. This one could go either way.
This one's got more of a debate.
Yeah, I mean, Lewandowski.
if Poland are in this situation where they're out of the group, Lewandowski must have had some sort of impact in the other 3 games.
Yeah.
And we're looking. I just think his goals are just.
Who else have Poland got?
Ooh, fuck. Do you know what? It's completely slipped my mind.
I get up Poland's squad because I feel like there's a couple of good players.
We're just
like,
completely
we're just missing.
about.
Milik, Krichariak, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Chesney.
Yeah.
Click, the Leeds guy, Zielinski.
Yeah. Oh, good. Zielinski's a good player.
Yeah, so they've got a decent squad. Croatia are probably the better team, but that doesn't mean they'll win. And also, Croatia sort of had their moment in 2018. Maybe they'll have a disappointing tournament this one.
Maybe they've just cemented themselves as in this kind of period of time as one of the top countries. So they genuinely might just be like better than just a fluke in 2018, and they could just win and go to the quarters. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they do just have an all-round very good team, Croatia.
I'm absolutely Croatia.
Yeah, I would as well. This is their. Didn't they get to a final like in the 90s or something?
They got to the World Cup final last time.
Yeah. I mean, this is a golden generation for Croatia, and it has only been 3 years. I don't think everyone will just become shit in 3 years.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm worried about like the first game against England. I just think that they could easily
just win,
beat us.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared about as well. Just as long as we get out the group, I don't really mind. But the thing is, in the long run, it could be good if they beat us.
Yeah.
If we finish second and we're playing Poland,
oh, lovely.
Fucking that would be good, wouldn't it? And then Germany, that gives us more of a chance. And then I'd rather stay as far away from bloody France as possible. But I think we'll put Croatia and go with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Moving on to the next one, Spain, Scotland. If Scotland somehow beats Spain, oh my word. I feel like
Where
they could.
It's possible. Spain
Hampden Park.
Oh, it's on.
Oh my God.
Spain also, they're not, I don't know. Maybe Scotland could just soak up the pressure because it's all going to be in front of them, and then they'll just Che Adams will nick a goal or something. Never know.
Oh no, Spain would be.
Spain
there's a difference in class between having a midfield of Thiago, Rodri, and whoever else they have, or Fabian, to bloody John McGinn, Scott McTominay, and James MacArthur or whatever, for fuck's sake.
It's not a bad midfield.
Yeah, it's actually right.
It's actually not a bad midfield.
There's a difference between Thiago and Rodri and McGinn and McTominay. You know what I mean? It's like, let's not take the piss here.
Let's go Spain then.
If Spain lose to a team where their best players are both left backs, what? How? Come on.
Yeah, no, I think Spain.
They're better than them. This one.
Be a good tournament for Scotland though. Getting out of the group is a good tournament for Scotland.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe it's
this
not,
one. This makes me sad, but it'd probably be France. It is at
No,
Wembley.
we can't do it.
It is at Wembley.
No, England are winning. We cannot do this. We cannot have them go out round 16. This is shit.
No, we'll get called frauds.
No.
I have a bad feeling. Just because, remember the 2018 World Cup? Everyone was bouncing going into it. It was a really good feeling. At the moment, there's a really bad feeling around England. Everyone's just complaining the whole time. Like the media, again, having a go at all, trying to find bad things about the squads. Everyone having a go at Henderson. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It feels like it could be a massive disappointment.
Yeah, but if we top the group, all of that's going to be gone, I think, because everyone will be in like England mode, and it'll be like the whole country will be bouncing.
It is at Wembley
against France. Imagine if we win that game.
If we give them the confidence to go and beat anyone. If we top the group, realistically, it's going to be. We top the group. That would be our hardest game in the entire competition for whoever we play. Because if we then beat them, we then play Spain, which is obviously a difficult game, nowhere near as hard as France. And then if you look at our potential semi-final, it would be one of Netherlands, Sweden, Turkey, Denmark. That's the thing.
If we win this game,
if you win the round of 16,
Come on.
it gives you a good chance.
Let's put England through.
I do think England could.
Come on.
I think we could pull off a little 1-0. Like Grealish wins a penalty. I mean, we're very good
Walker
at winning penalties.
Mbappe.
We have
gonna be beautiful.
all the players to win penalties, and then Kane just sticks it away, and then we just Brexit defend. If we are literally backs against the wall defending for 85 minutes, Tyrone Mings is great at just heading the ball away. So I wouldn't be too mad at him there. It's when you're trying to play football, he's just so unreliable. But it's like, if he's not leaving his own like third, I kind of trust him in that way then. I wouldn't trust John Stones.
I think we need Maguire fit for the knockout stages.
If
sure. Maguire isn't fit, it's going to be very tough.
For any watchers who want to call us frauds, we don't care.
It's coming home.
It's coming home. Okay.
I think the majority of viewers would be disappointed if we knocked England out round 16 anyway. So shut up, basically.
Yeah. Any French fans, shut up. No one likes you. It's at Wembley as well. So obviously this will be after the 21st of June. God willing, if everything's open, that'll have 90,000 England fans in the stadium pretty much.
Oh, it's coming home. I didn't realise it was coming home.
Yeah. Netherlands, Sweden now. Yeah. France, I'm not going to talk about them. They're shit. Fuck you. Netherlands, Sweden. I'd fancy Sweden in this game because they got to the quarterfinals of the last one.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
So it's like, I reckon they just win like 1-0.
And Netherlands aren't great at all. Is it Frank de Boer, their manager?
Yeah. Let's see what the game is. It's in Budapest. This could go either way. Realistically, this could literally be between anyone. So,
as you said, they've got Forsberg, Kulusevski,
that
one,
Isaac.
Yeah, they're decent.
I think the Netherlands still are the favourites.
Yeah, they're the best team, but they're not in great form at the moment.
I think the thing is, we say all this. It really does just depend on how these teams are playing in the tournaments.
Yeah.
If they're on good form, if they've scraped through, they probably will not win. But if they're like they're doing well, winning all the games, you'd fancy whoever's on better form. But quick one, GM, I'm going to shoot it to you: Netherlands or Sweden? Go.
I'm sorry for being boring, but I just think it'll be Netherlands.
Fair enough.
We'll go with that then. Turkey, Denmark now. I'm not funny for these four teams, though. Their run to the semi-final could not be better.
Lovely, yeah.
But I want to make a case for Denmark.
Go on.
Go through, and maybe even beat Netherlands. I think they could go really far.
Yeah, I saw they're in the. I think they're in the top 10 for favourites to win the competition. Somehow England are favourites. According to, I don't know which place it is. Just because we're in Britain, they made the odds.
BBC.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are we saying? Turkey, Denmark. Turkey, obviously, everyone's talking about them at the moment, saying they're the dark horses. I don't think they'll win. I reckon they could have a good tournament. I really, this is a complete toss up, to be honest. It could be either of these teams.
Both teams have good like even Premier League players that you like Denmark's midfielders. What, Højbjerg, Eriksen, and someone else.
Delaney.
Good, I think.
Delaney. Yeah, that's a good midfield. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, I couldn't pick between the two. I think the only reason I'd go Turkey is just because how on form their strikers are, having both won the league with Lille. Like as I said literally earlier at the Belgium one, having a striker on form is the most important thing in a tournament. So if this Yilmaz geezer that everyone's been gassing up really does perform in the group stages, I'd expect him to score because people are tipping him to be like the dark horse. I put him in my fantasy team because everyone's doing it. So, got to go with it. Let's see what the game is quick. Amsterdam. What are we saying then, guys? Jamie, I'll leave this to you. Turkey or Denmark, my friend?
I've just had a look at the Danish squad and it's good. I think I'm leaning towards Denmark, to be honest. I think Turkey are the favourites, but I could see Denmark pulling out a result.
If that's the case, Here we go. Denmark. Right, back to the top we go, boys. Belgium, Italy. Oh, shit. This is
it's so hard.
That's tough, really, isn't it? I think I'm leaning towards Belgium on that one, just gut instincts.
As we said earlier, it's like this whole Belgium thing. I think this is their push to really, really win the competition.
Yeah.
I mean, when you actually look at it, is because of the way these round 16 matchups have gone, with the teams left, it's
not great.
Literally any one of these teams could win the entire thing.
It's actually a pretty poor quarter. Like, there's no France, no Portugal. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just because we
Spain, and the other two.
But I do think it'll be Belgium, just for the stuff we said earlier. I think they do. Although I really like Italy, obviously my mum's country. But if they could win, Italy known for their great defense, I think they could easily nullify them, especially with that whole Italy backline playing in the Serie A. Bastoni as well, actually playing for Inter Milan. I think they'd know a lot about defending Lukaku, but it could go the other way. Lukaku knows a lot about attacking them. So I think this game really does just lie on Romelu Lukaku and how he performs. But I think for the sake of that, I think it's going to be Belgium.
Yeah.
With that.
You agree?
Yeah, happy with that.
Right, moving on. Germany, Croatia. This is a tough game. This could go either way. But I think because we said Germany top in the group, I'm leaning more towards
I think Germany will have too much fun.
Yeah, I agree. I think Germany.
But then it's like...
just their front... they've got Havertz.
I wouldn't say their front line's unreal, because it's not. Werner's, he's good. He's not amazing. Havertz is good, not amazing. Sane is not as good as he was a few years ago. Gnabry, I don't think he's been as good this season as he was last season. It's
like for a couple of them, it's maybe it's their first big tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
But they could be like
Am I right? Muller's still in.
Yeah, Muller's in the squad.
Yeah.
So
he might not play. Who knows? I mean, they do got some serious speed in their attack, Germany,
and they've got a good
Croatia's
midfield.
Little old defense.
Yeah,
I'm sure the speed might be a bit too much.
Germany's.
Yeah, I mean Croatia's midfield is good though as well.
Goretzka.
Yeah, I'm going Germany. I think 100%.
I'm not sure how Croatia will be able to deal with the speed of that Germany front line. I mean, Sane, Gnabry, Werner, they are some.
Gnabry usually starts through the middle for them as well.
Yeah, they are some quick players. And so I feel like when England played them in 2018, we weren't really running at them. We weren't shooting through balls. And it was quite a slow team when you look back at it. Sterling was our only real outlet. Yeah, with the speed. The wing backs are both slow. The midfield, like Lingard, was probably like the second fastest player in that team. Like, because Walker's in centre back, he's obviously not going to bomb up the pitch. We didn't really test them with the whole kind of trying to run in behind, but Croatia may know that. They may just set up really deep. I think if Croatia got there trying to attack the game, I reckon Germany will win comfortably. But if Croatia do set up deep from the beginning and just hoof the ball up to Mandzukic if he's playing, or Kramaric or whatever, I reckon they have a chance and try and take it to extra time penalties. But I think just because the way we've got Germany playing in this tournament, bro, I would think they're the favourites to go through.
Yeah,
that semi-final there. Oh my god,
Belgium, Germany. It's the battle of having a same flag but upside down. Yeah, not really. But the red's in the middle. Spain versus England now. Quarter-final.
England has got to be.
Oh, let me just check where these are. Russia for that one. This one's in Munich. Okay. Spain, England. Yeah. The thing is, we're just going to end up having England win it, but it's fine by me.
Because it is coming out.
Yeah, you guys, you can all just click off now. We're putting England as the winners. Football is coming home.
Well, I remember that game a few years ago in the Nations League where we tore them apart in that first half with just pacing behind.
Yeah, we were 3-0 up and then they just kind of stopped playing. And then, Spain, I feel like if they were to have a better team in the round of 16, you could even have them as losing, to be honest. So I would favour England in a game like this.
Yeah.
Just because
especially coming off the back of beating France.
They have quite a dodgy defence, Spain. I mean, who is it? Laporte, then
Laporte
one of the
and
centre backs
Pau
would be Pau Torres, but it may be because Pau Torres is left-footed. It might be Eric Garcia.
Against Portugal, they had Laporte playing right centre back as a left footer.
Yeah,
it was quite interesting.
If they want, I mean, Garcia, if he's playing, he could cost them a tournament. Alba is very suspect defensively. They normally play Marcus Llorente at right back. I'm correct in saying that, aren't I? So, and he's a very decent player, but I don't know how good their keepers are. De Gea is clearly not as good as he once was. Their front line is fairly poor. Moreno and Morata.
It is quite poor.
Like Moreno's good. He's not bad. Obviously, he scored against Man United. I think he scored.
He's
against
not world class, is he?
He's
not Harry Kane.
I wouldn't be going. Yeah, he's not Harry Kane. And I'm not sure if Jordi Alba could be able to defend Bukayo Saka because obviously he's starting and he's winning us whole tournament. But I would favour England in this match. Whereas the last one, we kind of taken the piss a little bit. I mean, like France probably would win. I genuinely would favour England in a match against Spain.
I'd
have them as favourites, and for that reason, I would put them through to the semi-final. I mean, if Southgate does get us to 2 back-to-back semi-finals, he hasn't done a bad job. To be fair,
he's done a very good job.
Yeah. Now on to this one. This is a good game. I think we need an underdog, guys, to go through.
Denmark.
I think we need an underdog to go through.
Yeah.
I think
this is quite an interesting tournament. It's something that could happen. Denmark into the semi-final.
Yeah.
It's never 4 great teams in the semi-finals. There's always a surprise.
But are England that lucky in getting Denmark in a semi-final?
Well, we've had France and Spain, you know.
Yeah, we've done our hard work. Come on.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Then we'll lose.
We're going to have hard work in the final anyway. So
yeah, we're winning that one.
I think when it comes to it, I think Netherlands will kind of be scraping through the whole thing and then bang, Denmark will just blam them in the head and absolutely smash them. 5-0 demolition into the semi-final with their inverted England flag, except it's a bit more off to the left.
Oh, look, it's the flag derbies, them, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Germany, Denmark.
We'll pop us over here. No. Well, Jamie, you can get started here. What we thinking?
Belgium, Germany.
Where do you start?
That's a really difficult
one. Idea.
I can't really remember them playing each other in recent history. Like, it's not a... I don't know, really. Gut instincts, I thought Belgium. But that's without any thinking. I don't know about you.
Belgium tend to bottle these big games as well, though.
They did go out in the semi-finals last time.
I think they weren't even bad against France, were they?
So who will be?
Yeah, we're unlucky.
Who will be Belgium's centre backs? Do you reckon?
Shall I have a look?
Because I'm thinking about pace, and I'm thinking I know Toby Alderweireld is slow. I think I don't know though. It's tough because they've got De Bruyne, and I just keep thinking about De Bruyne like running through and just like smacking one top corner every single game. That's what I'm thinking of.
We're talking about Germany though. Like it's like their defense still can be a bit suspect. I mean, centre backs of Hummels, Rudiger, and Emre Can. I mean, do you trust that completely? Left back, who they got? Gunter. Who's their right back? I don't even know.
Cox in the squad, the Leeds fella.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Germany.
They got Klosterman.
Their midfield's great. Yeah, we haven't spoken about their defence. Obviously, Rudiger has been really good the second half of the season. He's been one of the best centre backs in the Premier League. But he's a bit like John Stones in the sense he always has a mistake in him.
I think you've convinced me. I think I'm just thinking of Belgium. I'm just thinking of like De Bruyne.
I'm leaning towards Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if Lukaku's there like bullying Kimmich or something the whole game. It's like...
And if you look at Germany's run there, they've had 2 quite easy games.
Yeah.
Whereas Belgium have had tough games, so maybe they'll be a bit more confident, maybe a bit more ready.
100%. I think as well, the German midfield's good, but the Belgium midfield, I think, would have the legs on them to overrun them the whole game.
Yeah,
Evans is gonna outrun Cruz. You know, it's like I think Chelsea kind of did it. It's the way Kante did it to Real Madrid. They just overrun them the whole game, and just didn't. Cruz, Casemiro, Modric just couldn't do anything. And,
I'm just thinking of like
win.
Belgium on the break with that sort of solid formation that they've got, and then they've got maybe like the likes of De Bruyne, Carrasco, even running on the break, Lukaku.
Yeah.
I think Hazard if he plays.
I think it might be their turn to finally get to a competition final for which they've waited so long for.
Go on then, do Belgium.
Moving on, we'll pop us in the middle here, shall I? England, Denmark. I mean,
4-0 demolishing.
There's only one winner here, isn't there?
I think this is where Denmark will be like the Ajax of a couple of years ago in the Champions League, where they go so far and then they come up against England and they lose. Semi-final, I think it's just a little bit too far. They can't get to the final.
Happy with the semi-final. Look,
we played Denmark recently.
It's at Wembley. It's at Wembley.
Easy win.
4-0.
100%.
We played Denmark recently, didn't we? Didn't we lose? Am I imagining that?
Let me have a look.
Oh, we lost 1-0 to them in the Nations League in 2020, and we drew 0-0 with them.
And we lost to Belgium as well a couple of months ago.
Oh, we beat them in 2014. Beat Denmark in 2014.
We beat them in 2002, 3-0 in the World Cup. So
Ericsson scored a penalty. It's when Harry Maguire got sent off.
That was horrible. That was a really depressing time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting revenge for Harry Maguire.
Yeah, revenge.
He's going to score a header.
We got revenge against Croatia in the groups. We've got revenge against the French for whatever.
I think at Wembley.
Yeah.
If we were playing Denmark at Wembley, I think we've got to win that.
Yeah, 100%.
To win that game.
Easy.
Well, and then quickly, England. We'll just do the final now.
Oh.
Where is it?
I wonder.
Wembley Stadium.
It's only a bloody Wembley. Oh it's coming home. What date is it? July the 11th.
Yeah, 11th of July.
That has a nice ring to it for me.
We got to get this done quick.
Yeah,
I mean, it is England, isn't it?
We can't not. Let's go England.
We've come this far.
Be done.
Yeah.
And for that, England are our Euro 2020 winners, everyone. So, I mean,
who would have thought,
Who would have thought? Definitely. I think that's a very, very fair, very non-biased prediction of the competition.
It's going to be entirely wrong, though.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
We'll probably
it's not just
everything flipped.
It's just everything's going to look different.
So from the whole Ball podcast team, we apologise.
Yeah. I think when we get to the knockouts, we can make a more good prediction once we've seen a few games and things.
Well, I think we'll get we'll definitely are 100% correct. This is all going to come true.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
You've heard it here first. It's all coming true. Football is coming home, and I mean, this was our prediction. Feel free to tell us who you think is going to win. All the comments should better say England, otherwise I'll remove them. I mean, really, what more is there to say?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it.
I'm so excited now.
I'm just so desperate for England to at least have a run, just so we can watch some games and get excited.
We say this, we're going to lose to Croatia, lose to Scotland, draw to Czech Republic, get knocked out, and it's going to be shit.
Yeah, if that happens, Southgate's got to get the sack. I've come to terms with it.
Jamie's finally changed his mind, it seems. I mean, that's pretty much it, though. We will keep uploading podcasts throughout the week, like next week, throughout the weeks. So we'll be keeping on top of all the Euros games. So you can hear how worse and worse it looks next to our predictions every single week, which I think will be quite entertaining. But I mean, that being said, is there anything else we need to say, guys? Football's coming home.
Yeah, just keep the positivity. No crying about team selections.
Yeah, stop whinging. Who cares if it's Ben White? He's not going to play anyway. Just stop complaining.
Yeah. And just,
realistically,
get
was James
behind this
Ward-Prowse going to score a free kick?
Probably not.
So, I mean, well, as everyone here wants to say, thanks for watching. Enjoy the Euros. Let us know who wins. Who's the dark horse? I think. Who do we think's the dark horse? We said Denmark, innit? Denmark. We think Denmark's going to be the dark horse. Let us know who you think it's going to be. But I mean, apart from that, peace. See you, everyone. Bang.